Hello and welcome to new team review. Today I'm gonna showcase a team around Shadow Mawile. It's basically a basic team which you see like recently a lot in the meta, which is just around Nidoqueen and Sableye, with the Mawile in the back. Now our first opponent just surrenders after seeing two Pokemon. Nice. But it's actually like a really cool Pokemon right now to use. I don't think it's like super good, like I would not 100% recommend it, but if you have it already and you want to have some fun, maybe try it Mawile out again, as it kind of got like, was like good in the beginning of Go Battle League, like season 1, season 2, it was like really solid, especially as a Shadow, when we had like all the double, double grass type teams and like grass in general and stuff like that. Like it was super solid in this days. Or also Registeel, you can just like power punch against them and farm them down with the Fire Fang. It had like a lot of play here. Here just like throw my opponent as Nidoqueen did like all the jobs there, like destroyed nearly the whole team. But yeah, it kind of got like not really used anymore in the meta. The funny thing here actually is that I had a one game, I don't know if it's in there because I played a bunch of games, but I had one game where I actually faced Shadow Mawile against me as well, which was funny because I haven't seen that thing for like ages. But yeah, it's actually really cool. But the cool thing about this team, you need for every Pokemon, you need to beat like your rocket runs for. You have the Shadow Nidoqueen where you need, of course, the Shadow version from because it's better than the normal one. You can still use the normal one, definitely. You have the Shadow Mawile, which is also basically the same, but you can also use the normal Mawile for this team, but we have the Shadow version here. And you have the Purified Sableye, where I just highly recommend you to use a Purified one. A, you need less XL candy to power it up, and B, you need Return to have better matchups against like neutral stuff like Azumarill against like fairy types. Like Return is just the best move in its moveset, so really solid nuke. Here we have Nidoqueen against us, and we're gonna be able to farm him down before he gets to another Earth power. Here he only gets to the Poison Fang and ups the gun comes back in. You can go for the Power Punch, which would do massive damage. I can go into my Nidoqueen, go for the Poison Fang and finish this thing off. So a good game to my opponent there. My opponent just surrenders before I even get through the move. Wow, definitely worth it. And next opponent has a Victory Bell in the lead, and I thought, okay, this might be Grassel or something like that. So what I'm gonna do right now is just throw a Poison Fang, get the shield, swap out into a Sableye. I can farm him down now. I just have to shield here once because this Leaf Blade would KO me, but because of the extra damage I would be able to farm him all the way down. And my opponent goes into the Bastion here. I can go for my foul play, weaken him a lot, and if he, I don't know, like I can farm him down with my Nidoqueen or my Mawile later on, which is like kinda decent. But I can just get to a foul play here. What my opponent actually does not realize is that I actually win this matchup here. Here he goes into the Victory Bell, I go into my Mawile, and whatever is in back is a Jellicent, which is actually super scary. Oh god. I have to hope that he baits me here, and he baits me. It still does so much damage, what the hell. And yeah, Jellicent is a core breaker for my lead and for Mawile. So this is like the worst thing you can face, and my opponent actually no shield there. If I weren't for the Earth power, I might have been able to win this game. But this Jellicent gonna be able to wreck me the whole time here. I have to hope that he baits me here. I have to basically play it completely risky. But my opponent just can play it super safe and bait all the time, because it's still gonna be enough to KO me. So yeah, good game there to my opponent. I have to shield there. I have to get to the Iron Head. If I get to the Iron Head, I think I win this game. But we barely miss out. We were basically on the move. We just by one turn. I think it would have been enough to KO us because we are Shadow. Good game to my opponent. This was just the worst thing I could have faced in the back. Next opponent has Driftblim lead, which is also bad. This is like the only occasion where I basically swap in my Mawile instead of my Sableye. But I can get a shield back if I shield once. So I just got a shield once most of the time. Here my opponent goes into Licky Tongue, which is fine for me. I can go for one Power Punch, so I have the same damage output I had before. I resist every move here, which is kind of cool. But still gonna do a lot of damage, as we are kind of squishy. We have some lag here. But I can go for the Iron Head, and I hope he does not shield. Sadly, he does shield. So here we can go back into our Nidoqueen. We can survive a move, but I kind of want to throw my move right away because he has more energy than he basically revealed here. And I have to hope that my Sableye can handle whatever he has in the deck as well. And it's Scrafty. Does not look too good. I have to hope that I can land the bait here. I think a return would KO up from like some more Shadow Claw range. So I have to hope that the spade lands. And yeah, sadly it didn't expect me to go for the return there. And we gotta lose this game as well thanks to that. Nothing really we can do here anymore, I think. Foul play just gonna hurt us too much. I have to hope that I can swap out with the energy stored here, which does not happen, and I gotta surrender this game. Really difficult. If we land the bait, we would have won this most likely, but it's okay. Here we have the Umbreon against us in the lead, which is okay for us. I think we win in the one shield, something like that. We can just go straight for the Poison Fang and debuff him, but we have to shield the second foul play. But yeah, we can survive one foul play at least. And after this, we should be able to farm down by shielding. I think I actually have to throw 1 HP before he gets to the move, something like that. Yeah, he's right at the move right now. So I have to throw, otherwise like I have to shield another time, and my opponent goes into the jails, and I'm just gonna go for the Earth Power, hope that I get the shield. And I cannot swap out here as only one of my Pokemon in the back are good against it, which is my Sableye, and my opponent has Tropius in the back, which is super solid for me. But what I want to do here is give the Jellicent as little farm as I can. So what I'm gonna do later on is I think like don't tap for a few seconds, as this won't KO me, but I still have like too much health left. And what I'm gonna do here is just wait for a bit and then like KO myself with him at the same time, which is the play which allows me to actually win this game, I think, as I'm gonna be able to survive one Shadow Ball here. I hope he baits me there, but he didn't, and it doesn't really matter because now we can shield as well. We get to the next move before him, he goes for Shadow Ball again. Now I know that I'm gonna win this game, and good game to my opponent. But I like the play with the Tropius where I just stood still so he can farm me a bit more down. We just die at the same time, as the Mawile doesn't do anything against the Jellicent. Good lead again for us. We can go into the Sableye here to counter the Politoed. I didn't actually know this matchup. I think I can win this. But I don't really have to win this actually. But I think I'm gonna win this. Okay, I get an extra Shadow Claw in. I can survive another Weather Ball. I think I'm just gonna shield and farm down at this point. Yeah, exactly. Because I can go for the return, and then the return is also kind of good against the Obstagoon. So return gonna hurt a lot here. But oh, he goes into Nidoqueen actually, which is interesting. Now he goes into Obstagoon, and we can just Power Punch here. We're in a good spot right now. This Power Punch would hurt a lot, so he actually shields because it's double super effective. I'm not gonna shield here, I don't really have to. He has Cross Jump, which is good for him. But I think we can get to another Power Punch, which gives us the last shield from him. And we are in a really good spot here. And now we can actually farm all the way down. I can no shield the first one as he's not boosted yet. If he's boosted here, it would be way worse for me if I shield that. And what I'm doing here is actually dumb, because I thought he had more energy and like more health, but he actually was so low. I shouldn't have got to the Earth Power. Should have just thrown the Poison Fang, but it's okay. Good game there to my opponent. And the next Pokemon, oh, we had Bastion. Oh, I think that's my favorite game actually. Oh, look at this game. Please, just look at this game. Here we can go for the Earth Power. I think it is this game. I think it is. It does so much damage. He goes into Weak People. I go into Mawile. We have some lag. I can farm him down. He goes into Bastion, and I can go for the Power Punch here. He does not shield. Here's Tropius in the back. Get wrecked, Grasshopper. This was like the OG answer for Grasshopper, because it just destroyed it completely. Mawile. It's so funny. Here we have Hypno lead, which is also not as good for our lead. And I expect him to have a Fire Punch, so I'm just gonna shield here. He goes into Scrafty, which is interesting. But we can go for the Power Punch. Scrafty can only basically also go for the Power Punch to do some damage against us. And we can go for another one here. I don't think my opponent gonna shield this. And we actually, I think, KO at the same time, which is funny. Yep. Now we're gonna wait until 0 and go into our Sableye, as maybe he doesn't expect that, and he does not. So he's still stuck in the Hypno matchup right now. So we can realign our Pokemon perfectly fine, which is really good for us. And he goes into Skarmory, where I thought, okay, that's kind of bad for us actually. I'm just gonna save a move right now, as I can debuff him with a Nidoqueen, which is basically all I want. I survive a move unless it's the Brave Bird, and Brave Bird would lower his defense anyway. So what I'm just gonna do here is go for Poison Fang. And now I can go for the Earth Power, which actually gonna be so strong. As we are Shadow, it's only single resisted, it's a really strong move, and we're gonna be able to KO the Skarmory with our Nidoqueen, which is crazy. Now we only have the Hypno against our Sableye, we both have a shield, and my opponent doesn't even shield because he knows it's over at this point. Good game to my opponent there. Next up we have Nidoqueen against Ninetales, super good matchup for us. Actually not that good, because it's Powder Snow. But we still have our Mawile in the back to deal with that, so now I'm gonna go into my Mawile just to farm him down here. I think I make a mistake in this game. Don't I? This thing, I think, does like a lot of damage. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should have went for a Power Punch immediately, and then I could have saved my shield here. But now we still have our shield, and he has a Jellicent, and this is like super bad for us. And he actually shields, which is interesting. Expecting maybe a play rough or something. I hope he baits me here. That's basically my only chance. And he does, which is super good for us. And we can go for a move, which is good. But we needed him to bait there. Otherwise we were screwed anyway. I don't think I can shield here. He goes for a Shadow Ball, I still survive, which is okay. Now we can swap out. We have like 1 HP basically left on our Sableye. We still have our Ninetales against Nidoqueen, which is bad for us because of the poison damage, but we can go for the Poison Fang, which nearly KOs him, and we can farm him down, and he has to throw against us. We would get to the Earth Power before, so he should basically be energy dry here, as the Shadow Ball gonna KO us, and we can go for the foul play and win this game, even though it looked like so bad for us. One of my favorite games I've played, I think, with this team. Here, our next opponent, we have Mawile against us. Yeah, this is like the game. We have Mawile against us. We're just gonna go into our Sableye. He goes into Shadow Bomber Snow, which is crazy. But Sableye does not really care. That's like the power of the XL Sableye. We can just go for the foul play. He goes for the Weather Ball. It's totally fine for us, as he cannot farm us down before we get to a foul play. And as he goes for the foul play, we're gonna get another shield here. And we can just farm all the way down now with our Mawile. We got a shield once, as the energy ball gonna hurt a lot. And my opponent just surrenders at this point, as he cannot do anything against the power of the Mawile. Next opponent, we have Nidoqueen against us, not the best lead. I kinda want to swap out at some point into Sableye or something. Okay, I do that. And he goes into Umbreon, which is bad. I don't know if we can win this game actually. Deoxys is of course like always a threat if it has the move Psycho Boost. So here my opponent just goes for 2 moves. We can always get to 2 returns against the Umbreon with the Sableye, which is like really good. As we're gonna threaten his shield and threaten his health. We're not gonna bait here, and my opponent just gonna let it go. We don't get to a foul play sadly, but we have our Mawile to take the moves, and I kinda have to hope that a 2 shield Nidoqueen can win this game for us. We have to see if this is gonna happen. We have the Mawile now. Mawile can tank every move here, but still gonna hurt a lot as Mawile is super squishy. Our opponent goes for the move. We still have a move stored here, which is good. And my opponent, what does he do? He goes into a Azumarill. We can go for the Iron Head at this point, which is gonna do neutral damage, and he let it go. But we're not in a good position right now. Sadly, like if he has Psycho Boost, we're gonna lose this game, I think. Here we can go for 2 Poison Fangs, which is gonna give us the last shield here, but he can get a shield back at this point, as I'm gonna KO us from this range. And my opponent just swaps immediately into Deoxys. I have to hope that he goes for, I don't know if he goes for Psycho Boost or if he does not even have Psycho Boost. But my opponent has a Psycho Boost there. There's nothing I can do here anymore. Good game to my opponent there. I think I actually went 9-6 with this team. Something like that, or 10-6. I played like mid through a set or something. I started playing this team because I thought it was funny to use a Mawile again. It was actually a pretty decent team though. I had a lot of fun. This thing completely destroys me, by the way. DSB just destroys every Pokemon in this team. If you haven't checked out my DSB video, by the way, I highly recommend that, as like a lot of people are successful with this team as well. But here we are just like in a super bad spot. You have to see if we... I don't think you can come back from this. It's just like such a horrible spot we're in. But we can maybe get a shield here. We have to see. We're gonna get a shield there. We have to shield here again as the Earthquake gonna do a massive damage. And my opponent goes into Emporium. I think I could have won this game here. I stopped like so late into this thing. And I think I gave him like one free turn somewhere here, exactly this. And this cannot cost me the game, which is, it's okay. Most likely I wouldn't have won anyway, so it's fine. But this is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed some more wild content again, and I will see you in the next video. So have a great rest of your day, and here, see ya.